Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Kennedy, you have, I've actually sat here and enjoyed watching you. You're very skillful on the way you approach the answers. I could probably take a lesson or two from that. But at the same time, we just don't seem to be getting the answers. I mean, you can tell the frustration that this panel is getting. We got a young lady that's sitting over your shoulder that's bearing the scars of a mistake that was made, and we're still not getting the answers. I mean, I'm a business owner. I understand when we fail. I understand when we make a mistake. Mm-hmm. But now what? What the solution was is we did a recall and we replaced them with other things that were still faulty? There's no excuse for that. Zero. Maybe this panel is just looking to hear you say, we screwed up. But I know that's caused legal issues for you all. But a screw-up's a screw-up. Taking blame is just that.
Well,
we messed up. I mean, we heard just a while ago, who's going to be responsible for this? I don't know. What do you mean we don't know? Who made the product? Whose product was it? Whose name was on it? That's who should pay for it. I just wonder, I'm sitting here thinking, well, okay, maybe that's why we haven't been moving very fast. Because you haven't took ownership of it. At the same time, we got no telling how many vehicles are out there. More young ladies or young men are going to bear the scars again? Or worse than that, someone's going to not be able to finish out their life? What is that word to you? How do you put a dollar amount on that? What if that was your daughter? I've got 3 at home. I can tell you what it's worth. Do you have a daughter?
I have a daughter and a son.
And a son. Wouldn't you be pretty passionate about it? Wouldn't you want the owner to be owning up to it and say, we're going to do whatever it takes? We'll take responsibility for it?
Yeah, and we believe...
But sir, you're still making what we believe. 2004, we're 2015. How long have you been making airbags?
Since, I believe, 1987.
How many more studies do you need to have?
As I've said, and I think I'm not trying to be evasive. I mean, you've heard it from other people that have been involved in this. They're very smart people, too. It's a very multifaceted issue that we
multifaceted. That is a great term to use. We use political terms here all the time. We know how to talk a little bit around circles. We're looking for ownership. Well, I understand it's complex. The products you make is very complex. I've been hit in the face with a few of them.
Me too.
Yeah. Fortunately, I've survived. I understand the issue about from impact to stopping you, the safety behind it. This can be complex. But a problem's a problem. It's not that complex. You do what it takes. You know, you have to figure out, okay, what's a life worth? Put a dollar amount on it? I don't know how you can.
I don't know how you can either, sir.
You get them replaced.
Do not.
Instead, you said that the complexity of it, we don't really know the makeup of it, but our competitors are finding out a product to replace. Your competitors? Well, you guys, it sounds like to me you're willing to do anything but take ownership. Your competitors? I can't imagine sitting up here and saying, my competitor's going to fix my problem.
Well, we were doing that in order to get parts in the field faster. Some of our competitors had products.
You've known about it since 2004.
Not to the level that we have here, sir. 2004.
In 2004, you identified there was a problem. You said that you could recreate the problem. You knew there was a problem.
We thought we had a root cause at that time too.
Did we replace them?
The issue was closed. Yes. We initiated.
How did you track them down?
Pardon me?
How did you track them down?
We worked with the automakers that were involved.
But we still haven't got people notified.
And that is a problem.
We raise cattle. And if my cow, for some reason, I sell and ends up in California and somehow ends up with mad cow disease, It's not born with a birth certificate or a serial number or a barcode, but yet we're able to track it all the way back to my farm.
Right.
And we can't do that with an airbag?
Well, we can tell you exactly what airbag we sent, and the OEMs, the automakers, can tell you what vehicle it's in. The issue, for the most part, has been getting that recall rate
No,
back
it's
up.
the cost. I believe we already found the root of the problem. It's the
No,
cost.
sir, I
no one wants to
disagree
bear
with
the
that.
cost.
I disagree with that.
If we wanted to find the problem, you cannot convince me we couldn't find a solution. Except we haven't even agreed on the panel that's in front of me. Who's going to pay for it? I think that's the root of the problem. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.